With, in particular, Rohingya refugees caught in boats in Southeast Asia. This is where they're fleeing from Myanmar, which used to be known as Burma, in the Andaman Sea. They're getting to places like Indonesia, to Malaysia, and have been turned away. And that is leading to an international crisis. Well, with us now is Tun Khin, who is a Rohingya refugee from Myanmar, Burma, settled in the UK a decade ago, also president of the Burmese Rohingya Organisation UK. Hello to you.
Hi.
This is an annual crisis. What is happening this year?
Well, what you can see here at the sea is, media is covering what you can see these days, but if you look at the land, where their native land, where they come from, denying their rights to work, their right to get medicine and right to get medical treatment, and denying to get education, denying to get married, this is what basic rights are denying, and on top of this, denying the citizenship. And government have created popular violence against the Rohingya people. 140 to 60,000 become internally displaced persons, and they are blocking aid, and these people are not getting medical aid, and these people cannot go out of the camps, and even outside the camps, other people who are Rohingyas in our current state, they are facing severe restriction on movement, marriage, education. This is a kind of open prison. They are facing decades and decades. So the government, current President Tun Khin government, created impossible situation for these people. So they cannot be able to bear this situation. That's why they are taking a risk by boat, and they're leaving from the country. So this is the focus now. International community have to look at why these people are taking a risk by boat and leaving from the country.
Well, I mean, they're not recognised as a people, are they? They are seen by the Burmese as a hangover from colonial days. But why has it, and this has been going on forever, so why has it got worse now?
It's a systematic government plan, but President Tun Khin government came to power. It's much worse because, you know, the state government combining with central government together, you know, created ethnic violence, ethnic cleansing, you know, in 2012. So after getting more IDPs and much more restriction imposed by this government, and this government, President Tun Khin government, is the worst, you know, for the Rohingya, where, you know, the people are pushing to the camps, and he mentioned himself the only solution for the Rohingya is keeping them in a camps and sending them to the third countries. So this is a kind of President Tun Khin policy now.
And yet many are seen as economic migrants from Bangladesh, which confuses the issue.
It's not economic migrant. As far as what I mentioned earlier, if you look at the situation from the ground, they are facing genocidal acts. Legal experts have mentioned what situation happening. Human Rights Watch have mentioned ethnic cleansing and crime against humanity. What's happening to the Rohingyas? So these people are.
What do you want to be done?
These people are getting out by facing this kind of situation.
What do you want to be done?
Well, international community is lack of action. International, for example, if you look at British government, completely silent on this case. It's going on a week now. They haven't released. They haven't talked to anyone. They haven't talked to even any countries, to ASEAN and also Burmese government. Why these things are going on? Because Burmese government is responsible for these people. So international community have to coordinate with ASEAN countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, first rescue them and bring them to their lands, provide humanitarian assistance, and then addressing the root cause of the problem is the main important issue to stop persecution against Rohingya. This is the most important point people are not talking about.
Okay.
It's not a good point saving them, but after saving them, it's going to be continuously people will be leaving from the country. So the point here is to address the root cause. Why these people are fleeing from the country? Why these people are facing this persecution? Okay. Well, they have to stop.
Understood. Understood. No, you made your point very clearly.
Thank you so much.
Tun Khin, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the four declared candidates for the Labour leadership race have been taking questions from the public as they try to build support among activists in the wake of the party's election defeat. Andy Burnham, Yvette Cooper, Mary Creagh and Liz Kendall have all put forward their names to replace Ed Miliband, and they spoke at a meeting of the Blairite think tank Progress. Well, let's hear some of what they had to say.
When people look at the party I lead and then the government I lead, I want them to feel an emotional connection with that party and that government. I want them to see people they can relate to, people who look like they understand what their lives are like, people who can speak to their aspirations. Because if we're honest, anyone who's been on those doorsteps in recent weeks knows this in their heart of hearts. We have lost that emotional connection with millions of people in this country, not just in Scotland, all parts of the country, and we must get it back.
We have to defend that core Labour value that we are stronger when we stand together than when we leave people to sink or swim alone. But we will only do that if we have a strong economy that everybody can feel part of as well, where everybody can feel their ambitions for their kids are being met, where we don't divide businesses by talking about predators and producers, because we believe that all